Hey, today I'm going to be answering your questions about Something Maybe, and of course, you know, I can't resist showing off the cover again. There it is. Prettiest cover ever. Wait, is that in focus? We'll just pretend that's in focus, but there it is. And look, here's the back. I've never showed that off before. Anyway, I just love it, so I have to show it off every time because I'm just sad like that. But anyway, on to your questions, which I'm very excited about. The first one is from Kelsey, and it's, why did you change the title? Longtime readers of my blog, and thank you, all 5 of you, I love you, will know that originally the title of Something Maybe was Live Nude Mom. In fact, there are even copies of Perfect You out there with an excerpt from Something Maybe that says, coming soon, Live Nude Mom. What happened was one of the bookstore chains objected to the title. They just didn't feel it was right for a young adult novel. And my editor called and said, look, here are our options. You can leave the title as it is and chain X won't carry it, or you can change the title and they'll stock it. And I was like, change it, hi, because I want people to be able to buy the book. I'd like you to be able to buy the book. So then we started trying to think of titles, and it was really incredibly difficult. We must have gone back and forth like, I don't know, a dozen times. Anyway, finally, what happened was I'd sent my editor an email, and I was like, okay, I'll come up with Something Maybe. And I was like, wait, Something Maybe. Something Maybe. Oh my God, Something Maybe. So I sent that along to my editor, and she liked it, and everyone else liked it, and everyone was happy with it, and so now that's the title of the book. And that's how Live Nude Mom became Something Maybe. The next question is from Stephanie, and it's, how did you get the idea for Something Maybe? It's actually kind of interesting because I got the idea when I thought of the original title, Live Nude Mom. When I thought of it, I was like, oh my gosh, okay, that title, there's so a book to go along with it. And then Hannah came to mind, and then Candy, and then Finn and Josh, and everything else just sort of fell into place. So that's how I got the idea for the book, actually, from the title that is no longer the title of the book. Erica Lynn wants to know, how did I pick the character names? Well, Hannah actually was always there. I never wondered about her name or anything like that. I always knew it was going to be Hannah. Ditto for Candy, and also for Finn and Josh, and I always knew that. For Jackson, I did think about that, and I wrote out a list of possible names, but I liked the way Jackson James sounded. It just sounded right, and I love the idea of Hannah's name, which is in the book. So that's how I came up with the names. As for the name of Hannah's best friend, that I came up with because at the time I was on a total Irish name kick. So I was looking at a book of Irish names, and I was like, oh, I'm going to use Tegan. Okay. Diana wants to know, did you base any characters off anyone you know in real life? No. I don't know if I'm sad or happy to report that I know no one like Jackson James or Candy Madison or Hannah or even Finn. I kind of would have liked to have known someone like Finn in high school, that's for sure. But no, no one in the book is based on anyone I know in real life. Cecilia wants to know is, she actually asked, did Something Maybe turn out to be the love story you had wanted to write, or perhaps something more than that? It did turn out to be the love story I wanted to write. I mean, I really desperately wanted to write a love story. And I know a lot of people think that Something Maybe is the follow-up to Living Dead Girl, and it's being published after Living Dead Girl. But actually what happened is I wrote Something Maybe before I wrote Living Dead Girl, which maybe says something that, I go from writing this totally sweet romance, which I had so much fun writing, to writing Living Dead Girl. I don't know what that says. Let's just move on from there. But as for, did Something Maybe turn out to be more than a love story? Yes, I think it did. I ended up writing about family. I always seem to end up writing about family, but I enjoy that, and I think there's just so much going on with family, and there's so much to say, and I really enjoy writing about that. Alright, next question from Polo Pony. Do you have a favorite scene in the book? I do, Polo Pony, and I will actually be talking on that in my blog in a few days. For now, I'll just say it involves a window and kissing. All right. H wants to know, what was the hardest part of writing Something Maybe? The hardest part of writing Something Maybe was rewriting Something Maybe. I always end up rewriting my books, usually more than once, sometimes many times. And I know a lot of writers are like, oh, rewriting is like awesome, it's the best and I love it. And that's awesome for them, but if I could get a book right on the first try, I would love that. So yeah, rewriting, my least favorite part of writing any novel. Megan wants to know, how long did it take me to write Something Maybe? The first draft took me about 9 weeks, I think. And then there were like all the months and months of rewriting. And I guess all total, like from start to finish, probably over a year. You know, and just, I would have to like pull out my time log. And yes, I'm that kind of person. I keep a time log, but I won't subject you to the guys. I won't subject you guys to that. Nora wants to know who I think is the most interesting character in the book. I actually think the most interesting character is Hannah. I just have a real soft spot for her, you know, and I loved writing about her, and I loved writing about, you know, her experiences with Josh and Finn and with her parents and everything. Hannah, definitely. Hannah's my girl. And the last question is from Plislet, and the question is, if the characters in Something Maybe were crayons, what colors would they be? And how awesome a question is that? Like, I love it. All right, here are my answers. Jackson would be blue. Hannah would be a very wary violet, you know, like the tiniest stroke. But then by the end of the book, her color would definitely be super happy. Finn is gold. Josh is razzmatazz. That's an actual color. I love that. Crayons have changed so much since I was a kid. Candy would be atomic tangerine, and Tegan would be bittersweet. I want to thank you all for your amazing questions, and if you watched all of this, wow, you are a total rock star. And if you guys buy Something Maybe, just please drop me a note and let me know what you think of it. I'd love to hear your thoughts.